Let's talk about the DSM. The DSM, an acronym for the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, is the primary tool used in the US of A for the diagnosis of mental disorders. This manual offers a common language and a standard criteria for the classification of these disorders. It is published by the APA, not the American Psychological Association, but the American Psychiatric Association. It is currently on its 5th edition and was published in May of 2013. The original DSM was published back in 1952. It was driven mostly by psychoanalytic theory and described roughly 100 mental conditions. Unfortunately, the manual was not very precise, nor was it very reliable or valid. In part, this was due to its being based mostly on unproven theories. With the 3rd edition of the DSM, the American Psychiatric Association moved away from concepts based on unproven theories and started to focus on specific diagnostic criteria that can be reported and observed. Measures of reliability were still low, although improved from earlier editions. Also, a new system for organizing information was introduced in this manual. The DSM-4, although not without its critics, was deemed a monumental improvement from its predecessors. Focused on empirically grounded findings, this manual took a prototypic approach to diagnosis, basing its criteria on how each disorder typically presents, while allowing flexibility in the diagnoses. The current version of the DSM-5, is largely unchanged from the DSM-4. It describes almost 400 disorders, similar to the 4th edition, with some new disorders added and some old disorders recategorized. Perhaps the biggest change in this new edition is the removal of the multi-axial classification system that was first introduced in the DSM-3. Lastly, I want to make it clear what is and is not included in the DSM. The DSM does offer descriptions and diagnostic criteria for almost 400 disorders. It provides information regarding prevalence rates and gender differences, risk factors, and comorbid diagnoses as well. That being said, the DSM does not include information about what causes the disorders, nor does it offer any information or guidance on how to treat the disorders that are described.